Hello, everybody. It is day 14, and today we are talking about neck tension. So, let me just tell you a little history about me. So, I think you've heard my story about when I finally realized it was time for me to do something. Like, even being a therapist, I realized there was something deeper broken within me that needed to be worked on versus what regular therapy could provide me. Even though I was a therapist, I still there was deeper places, and I knew that. So um as I started deteriorating body wise, I ended up one day I woke up and I had a photo shoot that day. And I woke up and I had the worst kink in my neck. Oh my, like that photo shoot lasted 13 and a half hours. And I had like 5 or 6 outfit changes. I had my makeup and hair done 3, 4 different times. When I tell you, I was in so much pain, like physically, mentally, emotionally. I look back at those pictures now and I'm like, I love them because it reminded me of how strong I was, that even though I was standing what felt like in the middle of a hurricane category 10 in my life, to the point that I almost committed suicide that night after that, because I was just, there was no relief in sight for me at that point. And I couldn't take it. I just couldn't. Come to find out a couple of weeks later, the pain kept getting worse and worse and worse. Found out that I had disc collapse in my neck and I had to get them removed and get titanium in my neck. So now that I am learning and have learned about how emotions really dig into our body and how it can create all of this sickness, and basically the sickness is coming because our body is just like, the emotion, we have nowhere else to store any of this stuff that you're choosing to carry around. So the only way I know how to possibly get your attention is to make you sick and then are in pain, because then that gets your attention. But then what ends up happening is we go get on medication that doesn't solve the problem, it just makes you feel better for a little bit. But you're now on medication all the time. But fast forward, we have to do what we know to do at that point, is what I can say. Like, I was on 14 bottles of medicine and it was terrible. Like, I just did not want that life. Anyway, fast forward. Let's talk about neck tension. Let's talk about where neck tension comes from. So, typically, first and foremost, even if you're not, whatever, the neck is the throat. This is the most vulnerable part of your body, is your neck. And the thing is this is your throat chakra. This is where you communicate, express yourself. How many people don't do that? How many people are not really true enough to themselves to even to express outwardly their concerns or issues, right? But this is also where fear and anxiety sit. How many things do you fear? How much anxiety do you have in your life? All of that's sitting right here. But the one that you're not thinking about is trust. If you have trust issues, guess where that's sitting? Because once trust is violated, that changes everything. So why would it not be stored in the most vulnerable place? But if you're speaking your truth, guess what goes away? The neck pain. Because you're speaking your truth. And because you're speaking your truth, you're surrounding yourself by trustworthy people. You trust you so you can trust others. But in order for you to trust you got to speak your truth. That comes from here. That eliminates this. So imagine you're carrying all of that here, and then the weight of the world here. Deep, I know. Unfortunately, by the time I realized all of this, it was many years after this occurred. I got cut, got surgery. So, but guess what? The other side of all that looks like freedom, happiness. You want to choose, you're going to stay in pain, or is you going to let this go and be happy and pain free? But you choose it. Love you all. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're talking about upper back. Upper back time. So I will see you guys then. Have a good one. Bye.